Welcome to the Bridging Insider. I'm Kara, the founder, and our guest today is Gail. And what are you hoping we can help you with?
I am hoping you can help me with this foot, with my toes, with the way that I walk. That's what I'm hoping you can tell me.
Okay, well, Gail had something that happened to that foot, and that was last year. What happened?
Yes, it was last year's summer, and what happened was I was walking along, and I stepped into a tree area, and then I was fine. I continued to walk. I was doing a fast walk, and then when I came home, took the shoe off, put my foot down, and I could not step on it.
Oh, dear. And so was something broken?
One toe was broken, the toe next to the big toe, and then the second toe broke shortly after that was found out.
Okay. And then you had to wear a boot.
I wore a boot for a long time, for about 12 weeks.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Yeah, so that throws off a bunch of things, which we're going to talk through. But just as you're trying to walk around, you end up kind of limping a little bit because it's just not natural.
No, not natural.
And for those of you, Gail needs to walk. She loves to be active and keep well. And she's got a very important mission. She has a podcast of her own. And I'll let you give it a plug.
We interview women 70 to 110.
Wow.
We shatter the myth that women become irrelevant as they age. Women over 70, Aging Reimagined.
So that's her podcast. So
Thank you, Kara.
we have to keep her on her toes so that she can do more of those interviews. So anyway, I'm Kara Lindell. I am the founder of the Bridging Institute, and we take a little different look at how the body works and what causes pain or coordination issues. That stems from my background as an engineer, but also a movement specialist. And so it's taking a systems look. And what we find with the feet, especially, is when they've been immobilized, there's a lot of relationships that just get shut down. It's small muscles, and all of the exercises, because you exercise.
Oh, yes.
Did you do therapy also?
I did therapy too.
So all of that, it actually doesn't restore this automatic interconnectivity of how little muscles in the feet and the ankle and actually the knee work together. So we are going to do some comparing between right and left and do some resetting in that left foot. And then we're going to make sure the leg and your core are all matched up between left and right. And you should be good to go.
Thank you, Kara.
All right, so off to work we go. All right, so I'm going to this is the left one. This is the one that was broken.
Yes.
And we're just going to see how does it move. I'm looking at how do the muscles on the front and the back work together?
Oh.
You can move and you do get around, so it's not stuck, but do they actually work together? So you don't need to do anything. I'm just going to go forward and back. So I can feel that's tight with the Achilles. And just going through this motion, it looks like it's starting to figure itself out a little bit. And then this motion also needs to connect at the knee. Let's see what's happening there. Okay. It is a little bit. We're going to compare to the right. And then the last one, there's a motion right above where you broke things that needs to rotate just a little bit. And I can already feel that that's very stiff. And that may be what's causing some pain. Is the big toe is where you have the pain?
No,
or the next one?
The next one.
Okay. So all of these bones through here need to have they need to roll a little bit. Because as we go, we think of them as bending up and down, but they actually roll with the arch. Okay, so I just want to see what. Okay, and then I want to compare to this one. So if I think of bungee cords on the front and the back, it just feels like there's just nice elasticity. And that when one stretches, the other one compresses, and then it switches back and forth very easily. So movement at this point here, it's got this just nice little easy motion to it. And then the motion from your ankle to your knee Do you feel, so put your hand here and feel your quadricep. Do you feel it like tighten?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this one, it does a tiny bit, but it's not the same.
Not the same, no.
No. So let's get a little motion restored back into the middle of your foot and just relax. And so this is common, what we find when the foot's been immobilized, whether it's a boot or a cast or the rigid shoe.
Right.
Did you have that
It was a rigid shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, it's almost what's not working well is this front side, and that gets
That makes sense
forgotten
to me.
about with most of the therapy exercises because that's a bit too open. And so what that tells me is that the muscles here are not coordinating with back here. So let's try to get those going together again. So what I'm trying to do for those of you watching is just hold and try to guide the front and the back side so that they match up. And there. They just were not working for so long, they forgot how to work.
I think so.
Yeah. There. Oh, there we go. It feels a lot bouncier. Okay, let's check your knee. I'm just going to wake that up a little bit. So even though we can't see, the kneecap is connected with what's called the patellar tendon, and that is connected to indirectly to the muscles here and the tendons here. And so when this changes its tension, this changes tension, and this connects to your quadriceps, and then those fire up. So, oh, well, there. Can you feel them?
Yes.
Yes. The body's cool. It's got all these automatic things that,
Wow.
so we walk smoothly without our brain having to direct every single step. There's a fair amount that's mechanical. Okay, so now onto your toe. I think it just needs a little movement around because the second one is out of place.
Yeah.
You didn't have it,
bone
they didn't do any
moved.
surgery to it?
No.
Okay.
The bone actually moved down. You can probably feel it.
I can feel it.
Yeah. So that was the toe I broke first.
So I'm actually supporting around it, not on top of it, and just trying, there we go, get some space so that there's some movement on each side of it. And right now I'm underneath it, trying to match up top and bottom. And there we go. These are such little but strong muscles. They change, but they really need some very specific help. There. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so I feel your toe moving back and forth easily. And then let's see about this joint. Oh, there. So this is, because it's out of position, it's going to not let the function be 100%. But hopefully with the changes at the ankle and just better motion through the middle of your foot, that will take some stress off of this. Okay, let's match them both up. Good. Okay, so I'm using the ball as I roll just for this nice smooth flex and extend. And it actually, does it feel equal to you between right and left?
It does.
Yeah,
Much better.
I feel it's moving very nicely.
All right.
Okay, so the other thing that happens when we're immobilized with a foot for an extended period of time is often we're walking oddly. And so I want to check and make sure that how your leg and your hip work together equally on one side and the other. So I'm going to let you lay on your back with your head over there.
Okay.
And whatever's off center, we'll just give that a quick little wiggle. So that moves really well. And that does too. I'm going to lift this one using at your knee and just relax. I'm going to roll a little bit toward me. Good. And let's see if the other one is the same. And just relax. I'm going to roll. Oh, well, that's... So it's interesting.
Didn't seem
You
the same.
had to, somehow you were favoring, like, because your ankle didn't move, you had to, like, extra move your hip. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let this side show the other side what to do. So your lower back may have been a little stiff,
Yes.
too.
For sure.
So this should be pretty simple, just kind of a refreshing how everything wiggles together and moves there. All right, now let's try the other side. So again, for those of you watching, we always use the side that moves best. There we go. And then, oops, sorry, put your socks back on.
Thank you.
These summer socks, they don't like to stay on. There, and then just go back and forth a few times. Awesome. Okay, then we're going to see if the upper and the lower match. So an arm and a leg. I'm going to roll just a little bit toward me. Just relax. Oh, don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Perfect. And we're going to make sure the other side so that you're centered and everything is equal. Oh, but wait a minute. Your shoulder doesn't move. Okay, relax.
My shoulder.
Relax your leg. So this,
One thing
So
leads
left-
to another. Huh?
yes, left hip moved better, right shoulder. So you got twisted in the middle just a little bit. So we're going to let this side kind of untwist the other one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, now we'll check the left side. And just see if it moves. Oh, beautiful. All right, now we're going to check the whole side, and it moves. Yay. All righty. So then, Gil, I'm going to let you sit up again. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to come behind you, and I want to make sure that when you're sitting, all of that movement in your core is centered. So we're going to turn. That seems pretty nice. And then sideways. That seems pretty nice. And forward and back. Excellent. So then all of this ankle motion, we haven't really put it to the test of on the ground. So
Right.
stand up.
Stand up.
Whoops. The sock test.
It's not, oops.
Whoops. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So same thing. I'm just going to hold at her hips, and we're going to move side to side. And balance, that's a very easy and smooth reaction. And then
Yeah,
turning
my balance has felt off.
is very smooth. And then forward and back. So yes, the transitions from ankle, knee, hip, core, they're working really well together.
Oh, good.
So have a sit. And
Right.
so we'll go just a quick recap. Gil had broken the toes just with an odd mishap of a missed step walking last summer, was in a boot or shoe for 12 weeks, immobilized. And her gait and her ankle or foot have just not quite been the same, and her toe had a lot of pain. So what we did was restore pairing of how the muscles on the front and the back of the ankle, and then how the ankle and the knee work together, and then just very specific movements within the foot. So very common, those four things of what we find with people who've had foot issues or that's been immobilized. So for those of you at home, give Gail a big thumbs up, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe so that you get more great examples like this. Even though this seemed pretty easy for what we're doing, it's the problem solving behind it. And so we teach that. If you are interested, information is on our website. If you'd love to be a guest, we'd love to have you. You can reach out to us from the contact info in the show notes. And thank you for being here.
You're very welcome. Thank you for the work you do.